Your head coach for the Acadiana Homeschool Athletics Commandos is Carrie Chopin. Assistant coaches, Brent Coleman and Ryan Araby. Let's play some championship soccer.
And welcome back, everyone. Getting ready for semifinal matchup number 2. This is between the 10-1 Commandos of Acadiana Homeschool Athletics, and they're the number 1 seed. And why wouldn't they be? They are on a quest for their 5th straight CoEd soccer championship out here. They've won the last 4 and looking to put number 5 to bed this weekend, but standing in their way is the 4 seed coming into this. Chef of Baton Rouge, the Patriots. They come in at 6-5 on the season and ranked number 4. And goodness, we've seen a lot of this Commandos team as it relates to CoEd soccer. They are looking to get to play John Paul the Great Academy. Coach Ryan Gray will come actually visit with us in that consolation game tomorrow. He'll come up and spend a little bit of time with us, so we're grateful for that. Had to get back home with the family tonight. I know hopefully they'll be watching that. I know a lot of these folks from John Paul the Great Academy will be watching this, scouting their opponent a little bit better than sitting out in this cold to do it. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. Of course, you heard the voice of ACEL Athletics, the PA announcer, public address announcer Rich Dupree out there getting things going, and so grateful for his 27 years associated with goodness gracious. Glad to have him. We all know him. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of round of applause. We all know him, of course, as the mayor of Pineville. And so great to have him up here still doing what he's loved for a number of years. We'll be back out here tomorrow covering all the games. That consolation game, or the JV championship, will be at 10 a.m., and that's going to feature John Paul the Great Academy in that one as well. So a chance to double dip here. But standing in the way are one of these two teams, and we are about an hour and a half away from locking down that final. Right here in goal for the Commandos, Luke Pettit will have to work on the number of the young man in goal for the Patriots. Chef of Baton Rouge, and we've seen them in a number of championships around the way. Again, tomorrow's a big day, and of course next weekend, boys and girls basketball champions. We'll name, let's see, 4 champions. We'll name JV champions, varsity champions, and all of that will take place next weekend right here. If you're just joining us today, welcome out to the campus of Louisiana Christian University. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. That is the Acadiana Homeschool Athletics in yellow. The Commandos easily the toast of the league the last few years, and they come out at 10-1, but hungry and ready to go to work are the Patriots out of Baton Rouge, Chef of Baton Rouge. Quickly working their way down. Number 3 upset number 2 in that first game. Does number 4 have a little magic here? That one is shot wide. Go out and check out the little clip that we posted on our Facebook page. And it's on our YouTube page now as well. That is 446 Sports. If you're watching our broadcast on Facebook, we invite you to go check it out at our YouTube page. You can find that at 446 Sports. Make sure you like and subscribe that. Doesn't cost you a nickel, of course. Hit the notification bell, and you'll know when we go live with any type of local sports that we do. That one out and set. Just playing with a quick pace is this team from Acadiana. Tripped up there and down and shaken up just a little bit, but going to play on, and that will go the other way. Try to get the number on the young man with the blue hat. Looked to me, well, no, because I don't see that on the roster, so we'll get it. But still in there. Got tripped up, taken down pretty hard.
21.
cleared to the middle, and now he's got another shot at it, knocked away, but right there and knocked home. And that one is at the 134 mark. We'll get the number on that young lady that put that one through.
20-something, it looks like.
Either 20 or 28, but we'll get that back here in just a moment.
Oh, no, not in. No score on that.
No, because they didn't kick from the start and they gave it to the side. I don't know where that missed from. Cleared out, and they'll try it again. That one is knocked away, and we've got another player. And that's that young man again. That's number 20. Looks like 21, Chuck. He's going to turn around in just a moment. That's what you told me, wasn't it?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, 21 is David Marcantel, the sophomore. He's been taken down a couple of times and looking to sub out. And Commando's not getting anyone up off the bench to come take his place. May not have seen that, but he is struggling. Great work defensively by the Patriots. To the near side and controlled. There's a shot, but not really anything behind it. Marcantel still favoring the legs, but not afraid to get out there and go to work. Good work to the near side by a couple of the young ladies on either team. Again, you'll see the clock that is running atop our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Pretty close to what you'll see. They'll play 35 minutes in each half, plus the bonus time at the end of the second.
And our clock is not official, but it's just as a guide.
That's correct, just a guide. Well, this Commandos team really commands the plus side of the field here. The ball has been played on their side of the 50 most of this first 4 or 5 minutes of action. Again, big slate 3 soccer matches tomorrow. JV state championship at 10, consolation game there at noon, and then a champion will be crowned in CoEd soccer tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Stick around following that. Immediately following it, they'll have the All-State and the MVP nominees, Player of the Year. That kick sails wide and between the goalpost and the play clock, and that's going to go down the hill. Still counts towards our total.
And we are at what now?
7.
7.
Jokingly talked the first game, and I don't see the hill tenders on the far side of it. They were keeping the ball from going down, and that just saved a lot of time in that game as that ball gets to the side on the far sideline and tends to go down and heel, and you got to go back and get it. Crossing that one, kicked out of there. And the Commandos try to save and do. Good work, and I'm telling you, it has been played down here. Pettit, the only one down on the far side of the field as the keeper for the Commandos, not getting anybody to visit with him.
Into the net, just not through the goal.
Right. This Commandos team yet to get one into the goal, but it is early on. Good defense. That's a testament to the D that's being played by this Patriots team. See, that's what we're talking about, the delay with the tender down. And it doesn't run, I mean, it's not a big difference in it, but when that ball goes down and it's 10, 15 seconds to get it back up here, well, you get 10 or so of those a game. A couple of minutes are pretty important. Good work out there by the Patriots defense. Chases the Commandos all the way back deep into their own side of the field, but quickly going the other way. Now the Patriots will get side out. Commandos in their yellow and black, have black block numbers on the back of the jerseys, the white stripe down the side of the uniform pants. Here's a shot on goal, knocked up into the bar. Great job back there on the shot by number 7, Benjamin Sellers back there. Put a good foot into it, but knocked out of there. Great work in goal for the Patriots. Well, if you're the Patriots, you're playing good defense, but you'd like to find a way to go out there and get a goal here to start things off. If you want to pull this upset of this this top-ranked team from Acadiana, you got to go out there and get a couple of things to go your way early. Good to see Marcantel back in the game. He had been knocked down a couple of times, but is back up and in there. It looked like he favored the ankle just a little bit, but seems to be walking and running fine now with not much wear and tear. From the side, struggling to get it back in. You don't normally see those issues. Patriots quickly knock it back out, and that one goes down the hill. So in the first game, you had 4 or 5 people standing there along the hill, and you like that from I guess the Knights side of it, because they wanted to save as much time as they could to try to get the equalizing, but not a goal was scored since the 14-minute mark of that first half.
Yeah, the trailing team really appreciates that.
Yeah, but if you're trying to play from behind here and that ball goes down the hill, it's like,
And if you're playing on the field and you're having to run down the hill, get it, and run back up, that just wears you out a little bit extra.
Coming up and down these bleachers here, that's not a fun chore at my mid 40s like I am. Wow. Chuckles from the peanut gallery up here, too, on that one. That one off to the right.
That was actually one of my kid names, was Chuckles.
I don't doubt that.
That's why I'm so funny now. Well, that was crickets.
Yeah, and there's a button for that on there, you know.
Sounds like squeaky wheels, though. I've been impressed with the cricket sound.
Patriots trying to get it out, but great. This is very similar to full court pressure in basketball that the Commandos are putting on. Great job of the Patriots to beat the press, if you will, there, but to no avail as it goes out.
See, that would be a great player name, Noah Vale.
Sandy, I apologize in advance for any complaints. You can send that care of
Chuckles?
Yeah, no.
Chuckles the Clown.
That one kicked. And look, it's routinely heading down the hill now and looking to fly over the total. 37 was our record for last championship weekend.
The first game didn't give us a positive outlook that we were going to make it.
10 minutes into this semifinal number 2, and we are scoreless in this game that has been played primarily down on the Patriots' defensive end of it. The plus side for the Commandos, if you will, now has spent a couple of minutes down here with the Patriots, but it's been routinely kicked out of bounds and resetting. And here come the Commandos trying to work, and the ball just goes out. You know, you see, it looks like this Patriots team trying to reset as best they can to make sure they don't get into some sort of a running match with this team. Very impressed by the work of number 13, Riley Arsenault, as she is up there banging around with one of the much bigger guys on the team, but she is showing no fear there. I show 00 in goal, but I don't see that on my roster, so that may just be the goalkeeper jersey number.
Not, as we used to say.
Commandos looking to cross and clear. There goes Marcantel in the middle, and he is everywhere on this offensive end for the Commandos.
And down the hill through the bench it goes. So now I have to.
There's a lot of things to get through, and before you get to the hill.
Obstacles. You're right.
Pineville known as for its hills, rolling hills here, and the pine trees go all throughout our great city. We're located, if you're just joining us for this one and didn't watch any of the first one, we're located right in the center of Louisiana, the heart of Louisiana, we like to call it. You look right in the middle, and you'll find us there in Pineville. Again, Marcantel down for the third time. Moving around, good clear towards the middle, but right back on defense are the Commandos. Marcantel looking to center halfway through. Slides through there, and that one is in. Good cross. Give the assist to Marcantel, and we're going to give the goal in just a moment. That one comes in now officially at the 12:48 mark. See who they credit with it if he'll turn around. He's at the 45-40.
34?
It is.
Something for sure. 34. Yeah.
That is 34. Cosmos Herrera gets that one at the
12:48 mark. Number 34, Cosmos Herrera.
first goal of the game in this one, and beautiful assist coming from the corner from Marcantel, and he's been around the ball the entire time. Great job of giving that one up. Trying to come right back the other way. That one goes out. Patriots can ill afford to get too far behind this team. Just 1-0 now. But this game has been played primarily down in the other end. The Chef team showing a lot of heart out there. And every sport that we've seen Chef of Baton Rouge in, they have been competitive in it. And so a great fighting spirit coming out of Baton Rouge with the Patriots of Chef.
I don't remember if this is called a free kick. I'm trying to remember. I know it's a 10-yard backup from them. But
that one's knocked in. That's going to be the goal to the near side, and goodness gracious. Just that's that equalizer that you wanted in that competitive spirit that we said.
Number 18?
19 gets that one for
18, I believe, was it? Tall, blonde-headed fellow right here?
That's 19.
It is 19.
Corey Brock gets that one
right.
at the 15:06 mark.
At the 15:06 mark, goal to number 19, Corey Brock.
And that's what we talked just a minute before that about the competitive nature of this Chef team, and they're not really concerned about 4 state championships in a row. This is the only tournament that they're concerned about right now. Banging around down there is Brock, and down goes Brock. Hops right back up, though, and, boy, you got numbers if you're the Commandos. Great job getting back on defense, and the Commandos are showing their championship spirit right back into the offensive set. Long distance one, and it's good. Look, that's a long-range three-pointer if you're playing basketball next weekend. Benjamin Sellers gets that one at 16-21.
At the 16-21 mark, goal for number 7, Benjamin Sellers.
Very similar to the way the first game went, as they were scoring and then back-to-back goals. And this thing now is 2-1. You see it courtesy of our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard there at the top. We thank the folks at Wallace for their unwavering commitment to our broadcast of high school sports. Trying to get back another long range. This turned into a long range contest here. But what great work by Benjamin Sellers as he let that one go from what would have been, gosh, about 35-yard line is where that came from. What a great season Sellers has had this year, and he showed it out on that one. We'll have all state selections, Coach of the Year, Players of the Year, all of that coming up following the championship game tomorrow. Should be somewhere around 4 o'clock, we expect. Unfortunately, if you're playing in that one, you'll be too late to go swim in Bulow Lake for the freezing for a reason, but you're going to miss that one.
Oh, shucks. That was my attempt at a corny joke.
We're not. Look, basketball may be the first next week. May be the first time we get banned or muted from this. As Friday night, Chuck will handle those duties himself. My oh my.
That's going to be a good game too, I believe.
The one you call, or basketball?
The game will be good.
Look, the basketball last year was a lot of fun. Got to meet Stromile Swift in there. He's coaching up at Word of God Academy in Shreveport. And great interview that we had with him, as well as all of the coaches. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, the passion that those coaches have, because let me tell you, there's not one of these guys and gals that are coaching down here, down the far side, that are doing this to get rich. I can assure you that. This is a love of the game down here, and most of them have other jobs, and it's just a great commitment to the youth, which this entire ACEL organization is. It's about our kids and about tomorrow and the future, and man, what a great time inside the basketball. One thing I like about the basketball, the bleachers on its high.
That's the truth. And when they're cooking popcorn, smells pretty good, too.
Indeed, it does. Nearing the 20-minute mark, so over halfway home here in the first. 2-1 in this one. Brock trying to get that one out of there and does, chasing down the side. Therese Dunbar for the Patriots. Gets it back inside kind of errantly, but able to control it as Carter Arsenault loses that back. And here it's just continued pressure by the Commandos, and they are looking to press at every opportunity. Look, I mentioned it before, Chuck, but number 13, Raleigh Arsenault, she's the senior player for Chef of Baton Rouge, is playing just as solidly as any of them. And look, she'll mix it up with every one of the guys out there. Her toughness has really shown here in just the first 20 minutes or so of this one.
Really has. I mean, she just up and down, mixing it up, like you said, just overall toughness. That's a great way to phrase it. Senior leadership, I guess, too.
Indeed. That one will go out and sing. It's going to be Commando's ball as it rolls up just to the left side of that mini Jumbotron that they have installed here at I don't know what you'd call that. It's a jumbotron, but it's not a.
I actually had one of the folks here said our postage stamp is what he called it.
And it runs 24 hours a day, mind you.
24/7. You're right.
Kick coming in from the Commandos, trying to center this one into the middle, goes over the head of everyone, trying to clear it out of the Patriots. This shot is off.
And in.
And my goodness, just snuck in there. That is Marcantel.
Yep.
He will add at the 21:58 mark. 21:58 is Marcantel. And David Marcantel gets that one. And it is now 3-1. Add the assist on the Cosmos Herrera goal.
Number 21, David Marcantel.
Look, if you're looking for an MVP of this first half, Marcantel has been all over the place. It might be the hat.
Might be.
Look, he pulled away from that. You saw, did not go into the, oh, there's a sweep of the leg. Look, I'm telling you, this is an intense one here. Crossing again in the middle, and there's the mighty Marcantel doing it again. My goodness. Going to get it this time at the 23 even mark. Marcantel gets another one.
Still doing his dance at the 50.
Dance on, young fella. You're having yourself a game, and I'm telling you, if the folks up here aren't wearing that same kind of blue hat, they're missing out.
Once again, back-to-back, David Marcantel.
Brock and that group of Patriots there trying to figure it out at midfield. Look, it would only be fitting if Marcantel gets him another one. He gets the hat trick with his blue hat. Look, they ought to market that and sell it down there in Acadiana.
Mark it and tell it, right?
No, Chuck. Nearing halftime, and what a first half it's been. 4-1 for this Commandos team in a game that was scoreless for a while. Commandos put one on there. Chef came right back, but it's been 3 quick goals for this Acadiana homeschool athletics. And when we talked about the team that was at Outlaws with us today when we were having lunch, we came in and there was a team that came in, didn't recognize any of the names on it. We were doing a few things, and Marcantel down again collides with one of the Chef players, and that was Nathan Bailey that went down with him. But very respectful squad, and just did great work.
And there's another one.
Yeah, but that's a goal kicked in by the Patriots there into their own goal. We'll see what.
I think it was Marcantel though. Actually.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was one of the Patriots.
Marcantel was down there, so I just wondered if they'll give it to him.
No, they don't get the credit for that goal. That's a
Inflicted wound?
Kicked goal, and don't know the number of that young man, but that does make it 5-1. In basketball, they would call that a team rebound because there is no one to credit the rebound for. Marcantel with a steal now. Crosses this one. Going to be saved. And yeah, that's deflating as you get, you're putting out a lot of good effort, but you find yourself down 5-1 now.
Yeah, that's
in this contest. And look, the intensity that is put on by this Commandos team, it's going to be difficult to say that you're going to score 6 goals against them. That's going to be tough. 26-13 and rolling 5-1. You see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. like a fast break team or an air raid team in football. They just continue to get down the field. Coming back the other way. This shot is there, but good. Markachel trying to get the rebound.
Still live.
And cleared out of there well by number 20, Nathan Bailey. And that Nathan Bailey is the one that had the kick into the other goal earlier. There's a shot that's gobbled up. Brock clears that one out over the head of his teammate and bangs off of the leg of that bench that's over on the far side. So the visitor side is on the far side, but both teams huddled up on one side over here nearest goal. No visitor bleachers here. Everybody is snugging in. Good crowd tonight for ACEL, even though it's a little bit chilly tonight.
A little activity across the field there in the tennis courts.
Crossing inside, cleared back out. A couple of other names that you see in there now. Julia Sheridan, we see her in there. Trying to get some of these names called for everyone, get them a little time. That is 29, Malaya Tricott. Boy, I bet I butchered that one, didn't I? We're on the campus of Louisiana Christian University here in Pineville. They play in NAIA. Sports just made the trip down out of the Red River Athletic Conference in every sport except football. Red River Athletic Conference doesn't have football, so they play out of the Sooner Athletic Conference, which sends them out to Arizona once a year and a lot of different places.
A little shove to the back there, whistled. Oh, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it went out of bounds, and they're just setting up where they want to come in.
Well, maybe not. There it is. Guess it was.
Back into the middle. That one is knocked out. Winding down this first half and a half that started out pretty close, but in the last 5 or 6 minutes of game time has been all Commandos, and they look like they are poised to take a shot into the next, in looking for their 5th straight state championship. Chef's not going to go away. Let me tell you, they are competitive. We've seen that in every sport that we have followed from those guys. But look, that's tough sledding now for a team to come back from a 5-1 deficit here against the Commandos. Again, you'll have JV championship action at 10 a.m. in the morning. Best way to keep up with this is to go over and watch these games on our YouTube channel. We show them on Twitter, show them on YouTube, Boxcast, and Facebook. The resolution, the best, over on our YouTube channel. Go over and do that. Hit the like and subscribe, mash that notification bell, and you will be able to be alerted anytime that we go live for your favorite ACEL state championship. Chuck, what's your favorite championship that we cover?
I would have to say softball, actually.
I gotcha.
I like softball. It's quick. It's typically it's fast-paced anyway. The plays are bam-bam plays type of thing. So just been a football or softball or a even girls basketball. I don't know why. It's just I like to see the young ladies because they usually do not get a lot of show up and
They don't get a
to
lot of
show out,
publicity on that. That's
but they
correct, and
play
we enjoy.
so hard. That's why I like us covering that and giving them a chance to see some stuff.
Absolutely. Going back down the other way.
Shot towards the goal, but just not really at it.
Winding down here in this first half, you see the timing there at the top of the screen. Pretty close. It's just a guide. Just a guide, but we feel like there are about 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go in this first half action. Chef desperately needing to get something done here right before the buzzer. And there's a shot that Luke Pettit gets out of there. Junior goalkeeper for the Commandos. Not had a lot of activity, had the one go past him, but not a lot of shots on goal for Chef. Brock had the other goal, and he's trying to do that. Pettit goes out and covers that one.
There's been a lot of soccer action going on these, like yesterday and today. They're over there at the school where I'm at, the Tioga school. We had a team want to borrow the field yesterday. Playoff action is for high school right now. That they just started their playoffs, so Tioga's got a playoff game going.
Did somebody play in that rain yesterday?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
But there wasn't much at Tioga actually, so it's safe enough for them to.
Long range kick off the hands and still knocked out. That was a good effort at it from Chef's Carter Arsenault. Arsenault, the sophomore, had a look at it, but wasn't a lot of pepper on it. Made for an easy save for Pettit.
And then Tioga had a playoff game today, and Grace Christian had a playoff game today, and so they battled right after. And I think there is one there tomorrow as well. Another team coming down to borrow that turf field.
Shot there, Pettit's got it. Yeah, that was one of the things we were looking at, scrambling to get back here for the turf. Because look, if you had set this weekend up on a grass field, never would have made it.
No.
It was just so much rain inundating this central Louisiana area. Brock looking to get him another one out of this, but Chef has 6 defenders, the Commandos have 6 defenders back, and it was just Brock offensively for the Patriots. Winding down here in the first, it has been all Commandos from about the 15-minute mark or so. Cosmos Herrera got things going early on. Evened it up, did the Patriots on that goal at 15:06 by Corey Brock. But the last 20 minutes, the Commandos have owned. That went out, and we're probably less than a minute away from the half. Coming up at halftime, you'll see our sponsor tribute as it rolls through there. We'll be back. It is a 10-minute half, and then we will be back up here bringing you the second half of action, seeing if Chef of Baton Rouge, here's one more shot at it. No, Chef's going to get it cleared out of there. Seeing if this Commando team is able to hang on to this big lead that they've got, or if Coach Haynes from Chef of Baton Rouge can put something together. Brock's got that one, but pushed out of bounds. Good work over there by the Commandos, number 6, Julius Sheridan.
Great defense.
Quickly on the attack come the Commandos, 3-on-3. Crossing that one in. And that goal put in from the far side right at the buzzer. Good bit of crossing.
47.
47 is,
big boy.
that is Aiden Rude that gets that right at the 34-45. I've got to say, very close, and that makes it 6-1, and it has been all Commandos in this first half. Aiden Rude being credited with that goal, big number 47. He is the senior. Commandos well on their way to playing for their 5th straight state championship in co-ed soccer here at the ACEL level. And my goodness, game that was 1-1 at the 15-minute mark has flurried by way of the Commandos. And looking to add a little bit more here to it. I'll set my timer next half.
See how it goes?
Yeah.
There's the bell.
And that will do it for the first half of action. It has been all Commandos well in command of this one. 6-1 at the half. We'll see you back in 10 minutes for the second half of action.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
The 2022 Time Dealer of the Year, Bob Giles, is now the new Hyundai dealer in Senla. Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16,000 new car dealers nationwide.
Hi, I'm Bob Giles, and I promise our team at the all-new Giles Hyundai will do everything possible to live up to the high standards that earned us this most prestigious honor. And with the utmost enthusiasm, we greatly look forward to serving you.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Senla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam.
And here we go back for second half of action. We are 35 minutes away from punching ticket number 2 to tomorrow's state championship final Loser of this one will go on to play Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletic Club in the consolation game, and the winner of this one will go and play for an ACEL state championship. Commandos, no strangers to that, as they have played for the last 4 and won the last 4. And we're almost underway. Brock got me there. And we are off and running. Again, you'll see the intensity of this team. And, you know, no one's ever, that shaking up on that one was Benjamin Sellers. Sellers, a big-time player for this squad and very valuable. That's spun around and is Asher Meyer that gets that one out of there. He's got himself one of those Marcantel-esque blue hats. So the winner of this one now, we said Chuck will play for the state championship tomorrow at 2 o'clock. They will play John Paul the Great Academy. The Guardians won that one in a defensive battle, 2-1. Will their defense, should the Commandos hang on, will that defense that limited to just 1 goal for the Knights be able to handle this fast break pressing attack of the Commandos? Should the Commandos hang on in this one?
And that was at 2 o'clock, you said, right?
2 o'clock's the championship. That's correct. 10 o'clock, action starts in the JV. They will play for a JV state championship in the morning. We'll get you those two teams here momentarily. That is it's the Knights of Southwest Louisiana and John Paul the Great. So you got a rematch between JV and varsity semifinal game number 1. And you'll see a lot of those young men back out on the field. Dominic Pagan will be out there in goal for that JV team. We know that.
Trying for a double hoist of the trophies, right?
And we've seen that. We saw it in basketball. Team up out of Shreveport, the Force, is the one that did that. They were, I guess that was their second or third state championship in a row, but they won the JV state championship in that one and came back, hoisted the championship trophy as well. Got to visit with their head coach and just a great young man. Lost a lot of starters this season, so that run of consecutive championships may be over. But it just seems in volleyball and basketball, we've seen a lot out of that Shreveport Force team. You know, Chuck, my wife gets mad at me because I can't remember where I get up from the living room and go to the kitchen, but can remember stuff like that. Unbelievable. It all started with, hey, baby, didn't I tell you this? I'm like, huh? So, and it usually goes downhill from there.
When I worked shift work, my wife would have conversations with me, and she said, I swear you had just as coherent a conversation, and I'd wake up after a nap. It's like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So, yeah.
6-1 in this one. Acadiana Homeschool Athletics. The Commandos at 10-1, poised to go to an 11-1, and are looking to punch their ticket to go take on JPG, the Guardians. Coach Gray and that team, really impressive on defense. Just, I tell you, will be a heck of a ball game tomorrow. Right off the shoulder of Brock as that kick came in. Spun around, long distance kick coming up and getting that one.
Crossfield dish. Roll out.
Brock again controls that. Brock's got the lone goal. He scored that at the 15:06 mark of the first half. Long distance shot at it. That one controlled and now will be rolled back out, making its way down to number 29. Just numbers back defensively for this Commandos team. They get down the field so fast, but they're back on defense. That one will find its way across the white sideline. Commandos, you can tell they are set back. They don't have the offensive intensity that they had, really just sitting back and playing I don't know if I'd call it a prevent defense or not. That's the thought that came to my mind. Turf jumped up and grabbed Viator there.
Called them the turf monkeys.
Spun around, kicked back, and the Commandos content to just really attribute it to kind of a motion offense for a basketball team, as they're not going the intensity and just trying to run this last little bit of time off the clock, or the second half. I mean, I know it's early. Don't get me wrong, but they put on such a flurry in that first half.
Yep. Kind of like the four corners in basketball, what you're talking about.
Yep, just slowing things down. Again, if you're staying over in the Pineville area, a lot of stuff going on. I know we got the JV game in the morning. The experimental aircraft aviation group is out at Bulow Lake. Just type in Bulow Lake and you'll see how to get around there. They have their first Saturday of the month breakfast, all you can eat for $10, and you meet a lot of cool people. It's back there on the lake on the backside of Bulow. Just go back there and you'll have a good time with those guys.
Might have to go over there and watch that.
Well, they don't fly in. There's some of them that'll come in that way, but this is the breakfast that is out there. It's not there. The first Saturday every month, they have their breakfast that's going on.
But is there aircraft there that they can their experimental stuff? Is it there?
I don't know that they fly in for that. No, that's not. Yeah, once a year they have the fly-in, but it's not. It's not on this. This is just their breakfast where everybody gets together, and so you'll have that. And it's not far from where we are here on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. That one cleared out very well. Of course, the Right to Life March goes off at 10 a.m. in the morning, and it starts at the front entrance to Louisiana Christian University. You'll see the crowd that is out there, and they will walk for the right to life down Main Street all the way to the river, the banks of the Red River. You'll see everything set up under the big American flag that is out there. And then Freezing for a Reason, that is a fundraiser. Look, they will start cooking pastelaya, gumbo, and much more that goes to benefit Shepherd's Pie. Pie stands for People Influencing Eternity is what Pie stands for. It's an amazing organization. They provide meals in disaster relief. And so our fire department wanted to put a fundraiser together for those guys. And so they call it Freezing for a Reason, very similar to the polar plunge. As you might can imagine, the water's going to be a little chilly, but you still have time. It's only $50. You can go up, sign up with a team of 5, get in there and swim. And I have to be here or I would be in the water. Don't mistake that. I'm dedicated to ACEL, or I would be in the water alongside the mayor, who I think is supposed to make it in there.
I know somebody who has a Dunkin' booth that would be glad to come and set it up here for us, Doug.
Only Dunkin' I'm concerned about is donuts.
Yep.
6-1 here. 9.5 gone by in the second half. Shot just out of there, and it will roll up that hill to the right end of the field. That's where the Wildcats come over the hill before each and every Sooner Athletic Conference football game. Been doing it for a lot of years.
Line change coming in.
So as you can see, to get back to that, there are a number of things to do around our fine city. You can check it out at pineville.net or go to our Pineville LA Facebook page. All you have to do is go in there and search Pineville LA, and it'll pop up, and you'll see all of the things that are going on. Corner kick comes in, spun around, going to go all the way out the other way to the side and go back down. It will be in control of the Commandos. Again, want to thank our sponsor, Valex Federal Credit Union. They provide the ability to do this all season long, all year. 2022, we did over 200 games. A large part of those here, a good portion of those, were ACEL championship games, and we're so delighted to be a part of that. Championship Day is tomorrow. Commandos well on their way to punching their ticket. Chuck?
I was going to say, do you remember how many views we had from those over 200?
No, I don't. I just know that in the stretch during football season, which incorporated some other things as well, but our YouTube page had over 200,000 views in that 90-day span, and they weren't all me. No, I tell you, they weren't all just me clicking on things. But yeah, the fall really ramps up the interest. We've grown our subscriber list. Had a couple of subscribers that we picked up tonight, too, from ACEL folks tuning in. So we appreciate that for sure.
Shot on goal there, just outside.
Chef of Baton Rouge not wanting to give up. There's a good cross, an opportunity for it, but just wide. Man, Jackson LeBlanc had a good look at it, but just misjudged it a little bit. Good job of centering from the far side, but unable to get that one to go was LeBlanc. But Pettit was sitting there in goal ready, perhaps, for defense. Now, talk about in goal, that young man Dominic Pagan in that first game. We've got the clip up on our Facebook page on the stop on the penalty kick. Make sure you go back and check that out. That one is driven out but controlled by the Patriots.
Nice try.
Good, yeah, there. Good footwork, Claire Coleman. That's the young lady that was on the far side earlier in the game that we thought had that first goal and didn't. You know, we were looking and couldn't figure out her name. That was Claire Coleman. Tricked us all as thought it went in, but didn't give the goal. Crossing it is picked up and cleared there.
Might have gotten inside the goal itself. I'm not sure. And there's just another goal.
That one is up and it is in, trying to get to. That 80. Is 80. That is Asher Meyer connecting at 13:29. Asher Meyer gets it 7-1, 13:29 mark.
13:29 mark. Goal for number 80, Asher Meyer.
Asher Meyer gets that one. And 7-1 now. Scoreboard going to catch up in just a moment.
Grief. Good grief.
Look, my job daily is to remind my boss of things, and I know he's taking notes, but I have to remind him of things occasionally.
That's what you call good grief, though. Just a mere goal. Oh, dear.
This one nearing the 15-minute mark.
Oh, shot at it again.
And it's not the same sort of intensity, that full court press that we saw from Chef in the first half, conserving a little bit of energy and have this one really on cruise control. Great work by the folks here. Coach Chopin really doing big things this season. And of course, this Commandos team looking for their 5th straight ACEL CoEd Soccer State Championship. Will they be able to get it? Will they get through that defense of John Paul the Great? We'll see that tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Long distance shot there, and not sniffing the goal there, John Viator. Good to see him in there. We saw him shaking up a little earlier. Also, while you're in town, number of great restaurants here. Folks at Quibitos, just saw they have of course, an ad on the sign that is up there. Buckets is in town, but a number of local ones. Outlaws Barbecue. Make sure you go check that out while you're in town. The Whataburger is open and it's running. Just a number of ways to fill your palate when you're down here in Central Louisiana.
And is the food truck park going to be open?
Food Truck Park is not. The one down on Main Street has become an event center.
Okay.
And so there's no food trucks in there. First time ever we'll have some food trucks in our parade next Friday night, though.
Wow.
They'll be scattered along the parade route just to see, not if you come out there and you want to get out there and get an early spot. And so this will give you an opportunity to pick up some grub while you're out there, and then join us at the after party that Pop's Place down in Trotter Center is hosting. That Trotter Center group putting on a little parade after party.
That's one place that my wife and I talk about. We need to go try and eat. That's one we haven't been to yet, and heard great reviews over it.
I try to not go more than 3 times a week. It's difficult. Pop's Place, it is good home cooking. Have a different plate lunch every single day for lunch. But their Friday nights really get big.
Just let me know when you want to take me, and I'll meet you there.
Your school teachers can't get away for lunch. That's the only.
You'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised. Yeah, we have seen some principals in there at lunchtime.
School
before.
teachers. You did say the key word there.
Right. Spun around, back to action here is the drama of this one. That little 5 or 7 minute flurry that the Commandos put on really took the wind out of the sails of this game, as it has all been Commandos, and it went on that break, and that shot is up, and it is away.
Yeah, they're starting to just press on these, about the second half of this second half, if you will. They're just moving. Yeah, I guess even if you won't, you will.
Even if you won't.
They've moved their press line, I guess, up towards about midfield now.
That one covered up. Good work in goal. Don't forget tomorrow after the championship game, all state announcements as well as the female MVP and the male MVP. It's always been a secret right up until she can't even get Miss Merrow to tell me these things. She keeps it hermetically sealed away, and it's not revealed until the last minute. And PA announcer Rich Dupree will bring all of the awards to you. Mayor Dupree, they call him here, well, because he's the mayor. So there you have that. Long-time broadcaster here in Pineville, and just Pineville as it gets. Over to the far side go the Patriots, and then out of bounds again. And look, I'm telling you, as intense as that game was in game one, the semifinal one that was 2-1, down to the last tick of the clock.
Yeah.
This one has been a pretty dominant performance from the Commandos. And really, I guess for the first 14 minutes or so, Chef hung in there and played pretty tight. Down 1-0, came back, evened it up right back with the answer to that one. But it was a 5-goal flurry. In the middle of that was one of those that was put in by the Patriots themselves, and some subs starting to come in for the Patriots. That's number 10, Evangeline Long. Number 13 is Riley Arsenault, and number 9 is Carter Arsenault. And in that first half, really saw a lot of things out of Riley Arsenault that were like one of the premier girls players in the CoEd division here. Nearing the tackle was Claire Coleman, but just sliding up. And look, very, very grateful that this turf is here and able to play on this. It really is, because the field is just in immaculate shape. Very chilly night in central Louisiana. Tomorrow, most of it will be played, well, all of it will be played out in the sun. In the morning, it'll still be a little bit chilly when they get that first JV championship going at 10 a.m. It's supposed to warm up nicely into the, I guess, upper 50s to 60s, and we'll take that based on the cold rain that we had last week and the week before. Out of bounds and gets close to the hill, but not quite there. Look, I'd have went tumbling down that hill if I ran over there and tried to stop right beside it.
Yes.
You can join us tomorrow right back here where you saw this one. We'll be on the air about 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Get the announcements, the prayer, and the lineups, and that JV championship will be off and going. 3 games for you tomorrow. We've told you about all of those. Next weekend, right back here for basketball at HOS Fieldhouse on the campus of LCU. I was talking to Sandra Merrow before or during halftime, I guess, and they did their cross-country championship out at Bulow, the area that is behind Bulow Lake, and they really enjoyed that course back there as well. So grateful that they are making Pineville their home.
Yes. And there's, like you said before, there's lots to do. They've got out there at Bulow, they've got a disc golf like they have here at LCU, and they've got several activities, a kids play area, pavilions, all kinds of things, like if you just want to have a get-together.
Yep, got a lot of room. That one again goes wide, and you see the Commandos just anytime they get an opportunity to clear, they're just kicking the ball out and letting it go, winding down on the last 10 minutes or so of this one. Pettit's got that one. Had a good look at it, but
almost rolled over his fingertips. Got some Wranglers over here on this side. I mean, the fence is right close, but still.
Crossing there. Good save out of goal by the young man from Chef of Baton Rouge. Commandos trying to put it on. Haven't seen a lot of Marcantel in the second half, really any at all. He had that 2-goal stretch. Thought we'd get the hat trick out of the young man, but
that might be for tomorrow.
He might be saving it. That's correct. A lot of these younger players starting to make their way out there, and the starters resting up for what should be a thrilling championship game come 2 p.m. tomorrow. Just about 10 minutes remaining in this one, I would believe, based on the adjusted clock that we have. And really just trying to keep people healthy in this one. And you will see Southwest Louisiana, the Knights will take on Chef of Baton Rouge in that consolation game tomorrow. That'll be a 2-seed, 4-seed matchup in that one. And then the championship, barring something unimaginable, will be the number 1 seed Commandos seeking their 5th straight state championship. Very similar to the run that Berkman's Academy put on in 8-man football prior to leaving the ACEL organization. They are now competing in the LHSAA. That one around to the back of the net.
Yep, that right side of the goal. Is it going to make it? Nope.
Yep, right down the hill it
Sure
goes.
did. Right on the side of that target goal. Almost. Made it between the target goal and the players' bench over there.
Call that one out, and it will go the other way. Seven to 1. You see it on your scoreboard there at the top. Wallace Eye Associates are proud scoreboard sponsor.
A couple of more subs coming in.
Pretty good battle down there between 13, Riley Arsenault, and number 9, Elijah Chopin. Chopin goes down, took a hit from a couple of the Patriots players, and set to bring it in is Mia Coleman. Just off of the top bar there. Goodness gracious. Hits the crossbar and bounces down and out of there. Really good shot at it. Best shot attempt that we've seen from Chef here in the second half. Game that was 6-1 at the half. Just one goal in the second. That was Asher Meir at the 13:29 mark.
A little physical.
Foul is going to be whistled. Softball looks like it's wound down on the far side, off to our right from where we are here. That went off the top of it as well. Had a good shot at it. Still trying to get there and clearing it out very nicely are the Patriots. Brock jumps into the passing lane and tries to get that one out of there. Winding down the last 3 or 4 minutes of this one that has been all Commandos in this one, and flexing their muscle a little bit, giving the Guardians something to watch on there. Going to be a very defensive battle from John Paul the Great against a very pressing, high-powered offense of this Commandos team. We'll see which one of those prevails tomorrow. Again, the consolation will be set between these Patriots and the Knights. We've seen them play in a lot of sports in this championship weekend over the years. Chef trying to make one more run at it, but the defense is back so much for this Commandos team.
Wonder if they've got any of their JV players in, just letting them get a little bit of tune-up for tomorrow.
I got to believe so. Again, 16 years and younger puts you eligible for JV. 17 and above, you can't do it. And as I'm looking down that Chef team, I'm seeing the bulk of these are younger players that will be in that JV action. So you'll see a lot of this Chef team out in that game tomorrow.
Maybe that was it.
Yep, that'll be the ball game. 7-1, your final score. 7-1, the final here. The Acadiana Homeschool Athletics team, the Commandos, really commanded this one. Not to have a cheesy line, but we're in command of this one along the way. 7-1, they wrap things up. Chef of Baton Rouge will play for that consolation game at noon against Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletic Club Knights. JV game, we already told you, is going to be Southwest Louisiana and John Paul the Great. And then John Paul the Great will go for the championship against this Commandos team, and we look forward to that. It all starts at 10 a.m. We'll go on the air about 10 minutes till. From my man Chuck Perkins, I'm Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.